Hey there, and welcome to the Miss Kena channel. If you are new here, my name is Huldah, and today I am going to be talking about must-have items for every virtual medical student. So let us get started on this video. So we're gonna start off with the little things that you think is probably irrelevant, but it's very essential, and I've been using it practically every single day throughout my journey so far. So first thing we're gonna start off is posted stamps, or posted notes. Maybe they're not called stamps. Post notes. I use these all the time to write down the littlest detail. Sometimes at the end of the lecture, Sometimes at the end of the lecture, a professor might say something really quick, or like really quick, and you might have closed up your laptop and everything. And so what you do is you grab your post-it note and you write whatever it is that you need to write on it. I say get the super duper big one. I've had this for so long. They were different colors, by the way. I think it first started off with yellow or something like that. It was a different color, and now I just have this neon green, the blue, and the pink left. But it was a huge stack. I say get you the biggest stack of posted stamps that you can find, because they're definitely helpful. And actually, I mostly have posted stamps like all over here. And I take them down throughout the week because I'll later add on whatever it was that the professor said the last minute in my notes, or just somewhere where it's super important, and then I'll just throw them away. So that is something that is essential. The second most important thing is actually what fell. So I say the second most important thing are these Blu-ray or blue light glasses. So you mostly see me wear the black one, but I suggest getting these. I got those from Amazon. I think it came in this package right here, which I kept because it came with like the cleaning cloth, and it also came in like a bag that I can put these glasses in. I don't think two of these can fit in here. Only one can fit in there, and I think that's why I kept this in the box. So it's really good to protect your eyes. And later on, I found out that most of the headaches and pain that I felt in my eye was mostly because I wasn't protecting my eyes from the blue ray that was coming from the screen. For those of you that don't know, computers, electronics, iPads, all those other things, they have a light in them that radiates. And sometimes when you are on the computer as much as I am, which is probably 12 to 16 hours in the day, and that's every single day, it adds up and it starts affecting your eyes. And for me, it gives me headaches. So to avoid all that, I just protect my eyes. Now there's so many like cute designs. You don't have to get a plain like clear one and a black one. You can get other designs. I think the next one that I want to get is like a cheetah. It's like a brown cheetah kind of one. There's so many cute ones. It is also important to block out noise whenever you are in lecture. So sometimes my neighbors like do their lawn because it's still kind of summer, kind of fall. So people still do their lawn, and that gets noisy. So I sometimes put in my headphones. You guys have probably seen me doing this. Or I put these on. So I believe these are noise canceling. These are definitely not, which is okay, but I feel like I can hear better with these ones more than this one. And also what I've noticed is that sometimes when the internet is finicky, because my school is in the Caribbean and I'm here, sometimes due to like low volume setting on Zoom and all that stuff, sometimes it's hard for you to hear the lecturer, and so you need to put in some kind of headphones. And like I said, these are also noise canceling. So if you are studying and there's a lot of noise going around, you can also put these on just to cancel out the noise. So the next item is something I talk about over and over and over again, and I'm never going to stop talking about it, which is a handy dandy binder. I said a handy dandy binder, which is a handy dandy planner. You guys have seen me using this planner. I write everything in here. It is full. Yeah, this specific one is special to me because it has like something that you can write. Okay, let me go to a page where I haven't written in. But in the beginning, there's always like some kind of like goal setting, birthdays, notes before it goes to the actual calendar. And yes, I filled it out already to a little bit for exams and quizzes I've written down for like the rest of the year because I have my syllabus. And then there's the individual like days where you can write in them. So this is like perfect in my opinion. Obviously there isn't like a planner for med students, but this is perfect, honestly, in my opinion, and I suggest for you to get one. I also do have an electronic planner, and that really has like my class schedule, especially on days when I have testing. Class schedule changes, and so I refer back to the electronic one. And also our class rep also made one as well, and that encouraged me to make my own. So planners are very important. It keeps you organized, and you can use it to save time and manage your time effectively. So up next is a sketchbook. I know you guys are probably thinking, what in the world do you need a sketchbook for? But basically, instead of using a notebook, you can use a sketchbook. This is important as med students because sometimes you need to draw out diagrams. You need to draw out certain systems in the human body. Whenever you're learning them, it's so much easier. And so I find using a sketchbook more effective than using a notebook, just because the notebook gets lined and I don't know. But I also use the sketchbook to practice whenever I'm practicing question banks, like whenever I'm having a quiz, an exam, whenever I'm going through the different questions. I also use the sketchbook as well to answer or to write down my answers, sort of like this, okay, if you can see that. So you also need a folder. In this folder, I keep all of my syllabuses. Oh yeah, and I also have my subscription. I was looking down because I saw this piece of paper and I'm like, what is that? So I also keep my receipts for the different subscriptions that I have that I'll later talk about. But I mostly keep my syllabuses in here and for each class. And yeah, because I don't have like something on the wall that I can put my syllabus in or to display it. So I find that it's so much easier to just put it in like a binder. And no, I don't suggest using a paper binder because I don't know about you guys, but when it rains or when the weather is bad, sometimes I can damage a paper like folder or whatever. So make sure that you buy something that, I think this is rubber, honestly. I think it's just rubber or plastic. And I've had this for a very long time. It's the Mead 5-star one. And I also like that it has a flashcard compartment too. So I can, if I make any physical flashcards, I can actually use that. This other essential, I've talked about it in a previous video of mine, which is to get the first aid book, which I decided to get it breaking into. That's probably not the word, but basically I got it like three hole punched to put in this binder because it's easier and I can add pages to it. To be quite honest, I have not started reading this, and that's because most of the subjects that are in here I have not gotten to yet, which I can later choose to read ahead of the time or wait till when I'm actually going through the material in those classes to read over them. In order to keep hydrated, because you are in classes for literally 8 hours every single day, Monday through Friday, I mean, at least I am, it's important for you to have some kind of a water bottle. I know I don't use this water bottle actually when I'm in here. I just use a glass, like the glass that's behind me, to drink water out of. But if you want water for a long period of time, if you're not going to leave your studying space, and for some people that's not their room, but for me it is, you can use a water bottle. And obviously we all need coffee as students, so you also need this as well. So keep hydrated, keep fueled up, or I don't know, stay awake. In order to stay awake, get yourself a nice coffee mug, and then keep yourself hydrated, get yourself a water bottle. So I know that a lot of people contemplate whether to get a laptop or to use an iPad. I think that is totally up to you as the student. I use both, to be quite honest. I have my laptop here with me, and then I also have my iPad. And then of course with the iPad, it comes with the iPencil. Now I interchangeably use these two devices. I use them from different reasons, to be quite honest with you. I use the iPad to take notes, and also to look back on certain lectures. I will play them on there. And then of course on the laptop, I use it for everything, okay? Like I use it to do my homework. I use it to be in class on Zoom. And I do that just because it has more power, essentially. Like I can do more on here, store more on my computer. I also do store some of my PowerPoints, which I take notes on, because sometimes you have diagrams and there's no words on the actual slide of the PowerPoint. So you will write some notes like within the PowerPoint. So I will save those PowerPoints to my computer, and I don't want to do that on my iPad just because my iPad doesn't have as much storage as my computer, as I mentioned. So if you are deciding whether to go frugal on buying a laptop or an iPad, I highly suggest that you do not. The laptop is definitely a must. The iPad is definitely not a must, in my opinion. Do not choose to buy a tablet or an iPad over getting an actual laptop, because there are so many things that your laptop does for you that your iPad cannot do for you, essentially. Yeah, just don't go frugal on buying your electronics. I don't highly suggest it. I think there are things that you should go frugal on, okay? As a student, you don't have a lot of money to spend, especially if you are literally financing your own education. It's really hard, so I would not go frugal on the electronics, but anything else, I say it's really not necessary. So the last two items that I'm going to talk about in this video, I know it might not be an essential, but it is an essential for me, and I'll talk about why it is. The first non-essential yet essential thing is actually this thing right here. It allows me to put like a microchip, or sorry, not a microchip, an SD card, or like a flash drive, or something that has, I don't know, like a flash drive kind of face or whatever. I'm probably not saying it right. But basically, this is the other part of it, which I insert into my computer. Now, that's because I have the MacBook Pro, and for the MacBook Pro that are just coming out, they have like a different portal or whatever, portal system. So you have to have an adapter. I think that's what this is called. It's called an adapter. And I plug this in, and I'm able to use my flash drive on here, or any other device that has the old, like the old laptop or the MacBook kind of system. The very last item is actually this thing, and I thought it was super unnecessary at first, but then I bought it and started using it, and I found it very, very helpful. So first of all, this thing is a laptop, I can't remember the name, but basically you put your laptop on this, it compresses, you guys. So like, look at this. It can compress to this thin, this is the back of it, but it can compress. It's very light weighted, and then you can expand it too. Okay, you can expand it. Let me turn this the other way. And you can keep like expanding it to a certain level that you want it to be. I'm gonna set it down here for you guys. So like this, you can sometimes pivot it like a little bit more here. You can pivot it a little bit more like this. And all you have to do is like place your laptop on it. I'm gonna place my laptop on it, hold on. So then you put your laptop here, and it really like elevates like the whole scenery over here. So the reason I decided to get this is because sometimes like when your laptop is on the desk, it's a flat surface, it's not projected or elevated, and this hurts your neck. Or sometimes you're in that position where you're just like, you're like this, you're like hunched over, instead of, it affects your posture. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. When you are on the laptop on a flat surface, it affects your posture essentially or eventually. And I noticed that within myself, I noticed my posture was being affected, and I found it so much better to type and to do things when my laptop was elevated. You don't have to obviously get this, but if you have the means to, if you have the extra coins, I do think it's definitely worth it. I think it was worth $40. I think the most expensive is probably $50 to $60. I think this one was either $30 or $40, but basically I will link all the Amazon stuff, because I recently bought those things, down below for you guys. And if you liked this video and watched it all the way to the end, do give this video a big thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel. Also, I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who wished me happy birthday. I want to thank my friends, my family. By now, I think by the time I upload this, I would already be 25, which is so crazy. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.